W rage bait for sure, for sure. All right, chat. How about the real rage bait? Case Harden goes in. How's it going, everyone? My name is Revolver, and in today's video, we are putting together my first annual AK tier list. You be sure to comment one change that you would make, as well as maybe let me know what I should do for my next tier list. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's get started. Aquamarine Revenge. I actually think this is this is an underrated skin. This is probably, it's at least going to start up in A. So I think it's a really good skin. I think it's got some kind of really cool detail to it. Asimov, I just don't really care for the Asimov very much. I'm gonna probably put that in C. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Sully, is B- to A+ for the, it's probably going to end up down here or like at the end. Asimov, I don't know, man. I think it's too expensive for what it is. I don't think it looks nearly as good as it should, not to mention as expensive as it is. I don't know, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I'm not a huge fan of it. M4 is decent, P250 is decent, Op's really good. That's about it. All right, next we have Be the Monster. I think this is probably going to be A. I think the design's kind of cool, and I like that it's literally just the graffiti from Overpass, but I don't know, it doesn't, it's not something I'd want to buy, and it's $311. That's kind of, actually, we're going to go, because it's $311, we're going to actually put this down in B tier, probably at the end of B tier, because fucking $311 to $1,200 factory new. That's insane. That's so expensive. We'll have to do, user submitted crafts and do, a tier list at some point for that. All right, so the Baroque Purple, I think it's okay. It's just whatever. It's just average. We'll probably just put it in, the front C. Which is just, it's kind of like a decently cheap, dark skin, decent with stickers, nothing too special. The black laminate, I personally don't like any of the laminate skins very much. I think they're just very meh. Genuinely, maybe it's because I'm not from, when they came out, and I know there's that, nostalgia aspect to it, but I can't. The black laminate's probably the best of them, but I don't really like them. Not Asimov Despiser, AK Asimov Disliker. AK Asimov Disliker. Okay, those are two different things. All right, so yeah, Bloodsport. I think Bloodsport is probably in the B section. I feel like it's just a little too expensive to go in A. I like the call out to Voltaic and a lot of that kind of stuff. But I like it. I mean, I also am not a big fan of the cat on it. There's things I like about it, things I don't like about it, and it's not cheap. It's $160 entry level. Blue laminate, D. While we're at it, where's the red laminate? Red laminate's gonna go a little bit in front of the, no, they both suck. They both suck. It doesn't matter. These are interchangeable, and blue, I prefer the color blue, but these are interchangeable. This is basically just based on which your favorite color is. I just don't think they're any good. The Cartel, I think Cartel is I think it's kind of a low-key decent skin for its price. Probably put it here. If it was any more than 15, 20, $30, it would be down here. But I think the detailing is kind of decent. W rage bait for sure, for sure. All right, chat. How about the real rage bait? Case Harden goes in the. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Case Harden's gonna go. So here's my thing about Case Harden. It's either gonna be the last S or the first A, depending on how we go, because entry level's very expensive, and there's a lot of them that don't even look that great because it's a pattern-based skin that's super expensive on the entry. You understand what I'm saying? So that really hurts it a lot. The fact that you could spend $211 on a really shitty one with a bad pattern, but at the same time, even some of the gold ones look good. So we're gonna put it in S tier for now. It might get moved down or to the end, but I just the crossfade. I mean, I think it's okay. It's fine. I think this is low B, high C. It's decent. It looks okay. It's just nothing special. It is what it is. You know what I mean? There's just really nothing special to it. It's just some weird paint patterns. If it was pattern-based, it'd be cooler, but it's not. All right, I'm a little bit partial to the Elite build. I want to put the Elite build probably towards the end of A tier. I think it's the best budget black AK. Slate probably right after, but I mean, you can get a factory new Elite build for $7. Emerald Pinstripe, I don't know. I think that's just going to get lumped in with the rest of the average skins and C. It might get moved to up or B, that kind of thing. I don't know, man. It's just not, I don't know. I just don't really care for it. I mean, this just is an automatic. It's S tier. It's in front of the Case Hardens. I don't know if it's the best, but it's so good for a million different reasons. Even the battle scarred ones look good. I like the design of it. I like the fact that it didn't one of the first AK skins they came out with didn't completely cover the full thing. They kind of it very much looks very much like something somebody could have actually painted on it, like an artist actually could have painted on it. And I don't know. It's beautiful, and there's just been so many good ones, and it's like good crafts, and it's one of the OGs. Like it's, you know, you can't not put it in S tier. First class, I think it's a little expensive for what it is. And it's $100, and it's float capped, it would appear, because the between the lowest float and the highest float is a $5 difference. Is there something special about the first class or something like that that I don't know about because I'm new to Counter-Strike within the last couple of years? Like, I don't know. It's $100 to $106, and it just looks like a really high float, weirdly painted, probably old case used for trade ups. Oh yeah, okay. So it's probably trade up fodder. That would make sense. Yeah, frontside Misty, like, I mean, for its price, it's pretty good. It's a decent blue AK skin. I'm trying to be objective. Like, I don't really love the design and the color of it, but I can appreciate, like, what they did with it. It's a decent, cheap blue AK that you can do some decent things with from a craft perspective. All right, now we're going to get to some more expensive ones. Oh, look, green laminate. You suck. Yeah, you still... These are just all the same. You know what? This is just going to be the... There we go. That's the Lamashits. They're the family of the Lamashits. Fuel injector. For its price, I don't think it's quite as good as some of the others in its class, but it's definitely high A, low S. We'll probably throw it here for now, just because I kind of want to keep S tier a little bit smaller for the time being. I do like the skin a lot. I've used it. I really like it. It does look really clean, especially with the with lower floats, and there's some really cool like gold crafts and stuff you can do with it that I do really like, but I don't know if it's quite good enough to be S tier when it, you know, entry level is basically $200. We have the gold arabesque. See, personally, I think a lot of the crafts people do with these are fucking boring. I'm gonna put this towards the end of S tier, I think. I think putting gold on gold can look good, but I think everybody does it. Like, give me some contrast. Give me some sort of contrast. I think it's good. I'm literally getting no price data on here, so I have no idea what it's going for, but I know it's in the couple grand, right? So I think I'm gonna put it here. It might finish S tier, but I think it's gonna go A tier for now. What do you guys think about that one? Low A? Yeah, I can see that brunk tier. $1,600 on Skinport for Battle Scarred? Oh yeah, that's gonna get slid down a little bit. Although this is one of those skins that like the wear doesn't matter that much, right? Isn't it one of those skins that like even high wear or like high float skins like still look pretty good because it's not paint, it's just like it's supposed to be gold plated. I think it's how shiny it is. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Headshot, I just don't fucking like this gun. I really don't. Like, I really don't. I don't know. Actually, you know what we're gonna do here? How about that? This thing is just loud and weird, and I don't know, man. You know what? We're gonna rename this to D because Lamashits, I think, deserves their own tier, and there might be one other person that goes into that. I don't know. I've picked it up, and I'm always like, man, it just looks like someone puked pink and white fucking paint on it with some green accent. I don't like it. It's loud. I don't like it. Reserved for the safety net. Safety net goes down here. We can just do that now. Safety net goes down here. I'd rather have a laminate than a safety net. I think that shit is awful. I've seen one decent like vitality craft with it that wasn't completely utterly an eyesore, and it was only that way because it was like battle scarred, so like half the paint was gone. And by the way, orange is a color I like. Color tier list. I got you, boo. I got you. Color tier list. Next YouTube video, color tier. Like and subscribe. Hydroponic's gonna go S tier. I think it looks great. I think it's clean even if you're not a pothead, and I am. So that gives it extra for me. But I think just in general, it's a really, really clean skin that lends itself to a couple of decent crafts and also looks great without stickers. It's ugly as shit. Hey, that's your opinion, man. You're entitled to it. I'm not gonna say yes or no. All right. Next, I think is probably my favorite budget. Is definitely my favorite budget blue skin, and might even be one of my favorite blue skins in the game. It's gonna be Ice Cold. A lot of people don't like it. I don't know why. I think Ice Cold goes to the end of S tier. It's obviously not the same level of awesomeness as these three. However, it's really clean for $12. It's $12 for a really like good-looking, clean, budget blue AK that lends itself to crafts, wears decent. Like I think low A, high B. I can see that. It might end up in high A. I really want to put value on how much these things cost. Like, in my opinion, the best low budget AK should be in the same tier as the best AKs in the world because this shit's fucking expensive. You know what I mean? No, we'll put it here. We'll put it in A tier. Maybe budget stuff can't go to S tier. I don't know. We're gonna once we get everything up there, we're also gonna like touch up on it and reorder it, and chat's gonna give me suggestions and stuff. Next, we go Inheritance. I like this skin a lot, honestly. I really do. I think this is going to go in A. They're pretty expensive, and I don't think it's quite good enough to justify the cost to put it in S tier, but I really do like it. I think it lends itself to a lot of really cool crafts. I'm a fan of it. I really do like it. Jaguar. Personally, I just like this skin. I know a lot of people don't like it nearly as much, but I just do. Like, I want to say high A tier. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think it's quite S tier, but like I think for like a 60, 70, I mean, it goes up to $300 factory new. I think it's for its price. I think it's really cool. And it does also lend itself to some cool crafts now that we have the ability to do some really cool things. Low A, I could see that. I could see that. We're gonna reorder some things. I'm going to put the Ice Cold in front of it, though. I'll put it behind the Ice Cold in the Inheritance. Now we have the Jet Set. It's clean, but, like, it's too simple, and it's $1,200 for factory new, so I think I'm going to have to put it in B tier. Yeah, like, I think if it was cheaper, I think it might be the best budget AK. Like, if it was a budget AK, I would be like, it's probably the best one, but it's not. It's actually, like, $1,200 factory new right now. Fucking $365 to get it in Battle Scar. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, we're gonna put it in C tier. If it was cheaper, it would go higher, but it's C tier. All right, we're gonna go Jungle Spray here. Factory new is $206. That's wild to me. I don't get that. That's just gonna go like high C tier, low B tier. Minimum wear is $10. Yeah, right. But factory new is $206, and is telling me that it ranges from $5.76 to $206. That's ridiculous. It's just going to sit in the C tier. I want to put the Asimov a little bit further forward. You know what? The Asimov's going to go here because there are a couple of good crafts with a couple of different teams. Yeah, it's probably one of those where, like, it was really, like, super crazy rare at a low float. Elite Museo, I have no idea if that's how you fucking pronounce it. I think it's what people want Headshot to be. And I think it's going to go back B tier, okay? I think it's decent budget. I think, you know, you could do some cool stuff with the crafts, especially now that you can move all the stickers and they have those, like, really random stickers that you can get, especially, like, the googly eyes, all that kind of stuff. But I just don't really care for that, like, wild abstract art style. At least not the one with the really rigid lines. Like, if you want to give me something more abstract and flowy, I don't know, sure, I'd probably like that more, but yeah, I'm not a fan. Legion of Anubis is a really good budget AK. Like, a really good budget AK. I think it's gonna go, I think Legion of Anubis has to go A tier. It does. Like, it has to go A tier. I think it's, do you guys disagree? Like, I think it's a really clean budget AK. Like, if it was expensive, I think it would be terrible. But factory new is $20. Right, factory new for like a really intricate design, I think it's $20. Exactly, like it's a really clean budget AK. So I think that ups its value by quite a lot, personally. Bad for matching inventory. Yeah, but not everybody cares about matching inventories. And it's low-key gold. You could make it work with some other gold stuff. I think you can make it work with some other gold stuff, personally. Neon Revolution, I don't know. I just don't like it very much. I'll put it up here because of like the anarchy and the, you know, the that piece of it. It does definitely look like the type of thing somebody actually could make and actually could paint. But I just think it's an eyesore. Neon Rider, I think is pretty decent. I'm not much of like an anime skin person, but I like the purple. I think we're gonna put it up by maybe right here. I like the purple on it. I think it's probably the best like purple skin, and it's not budget, but it's, you know, decent money. It's not crazy expensive. Yeah, it's gonna sit right around here. Nightwish. It just looks so bad. Unless it's factory new, and at that point you're paying $70 and it still just looks mediocre. Give me my shrooms and let me spray and pray to the almighty Lord of Fungi Toad. I'm with you, dude. Let's go. Let's microdose and take down the government with our neon spray painted AKs. I like the Orbit MK01. We're gonna put this probably high B tier for right now because I think it's very much like a budget X-ray, and I think the X-ray is a nice skin. Does that logic like make sense? I think it makes sense. I mean, it might get moved further back, but I like it. And it's a nice semi-budget red skin that lends itself to some crafts. It's relatively clean. I like it. I mean, it's $33 factory now. Panthera Anka. I like this skin, honestly. I do, but it's really, really fucking expensive. So it's probably going to go towards the back 8, because it just seems like it's basically just the Jaguar, or whatever the fuck it's called. Where is it? It's basically just the Jaguar, but a lot more expensive. I like it. I just don't think it's, if we're comparing value for the dollar, I don't think it's nearly as good as an Elite build or really any of these up front, honestly. It's good. It's a good skin. It's beautiful, and I would love to have one. If someone was like, here, do you want a Panthera Anka? I'd be like, motherfucker, yes. But it's $430 factory new. Panthera Anka entry level is $330. Jaguar entry level is $50. There's a huge difference there. Phantom Disruptor, I just don't really like this skin very much. I think it's just another one of these skins where it just almost looks like they just like threw up paint on it. I just don't like that. Like, does anybody disagree with me? I just don't really like it at all. Point Disarray is another one of those skins that like these skins wish they could be. Just average. I'm going to put it in front of C tier for right now just because it's like 10, 20 bucks. There are some sticker crafts and some like team colors that can go with it fairly well that I've seen, but personally I wouldn't buy one. I'd never buy one. But I also don't want to shut my monitor off when I pick one up, like one of these. Like, I swear to God, if I have to pick up a headshot, like I would rather just use my USPS. Like, I don't even care. Predator, I think it's just a slightly better version than the Jungle Spray, honestly. Slightly better than the Jungle Spray, but I'm going to put Asimov in front of those. Oh, I don't mind Rat Rod. I think it's like it's probably low B, low to mid B. I think it's interesting. I don't know why. I think it's kind of an interesting design. I don't know. I just think it's better than some of these. Every time I look at the Asimov, I keep picturing those Virtus Pro builds I've seen, and it's just so clean. But it's also the only build that's clean, so I don't know. Now we're gonna go with the Redline. I like the Redline. I think Redline's like a solid, I want to say like high B. I think it might just be a little overplayed for me. I've seen so many red lines. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it just might be a little overplayed for me. Maybe that's what it is. I have a hard time moving it up, even though I know that the community really likes the skin. Yeah, there's a lot of good crafts with it, but it's also like just the same ones over and over and over again. Like, how many phase crafts have you picked up with the fucking, like, phase redline crafts? Like, oh my God. Have some creativity, please. Although, you know, if you're going to have some really expensive red stickers for a black AK, Redline is the one to go with. The Redline is absolutely the one to go with. Next is the Safari Mesh. You ready for this? Ready? I want to get some predictions. Where are we going with the Safari Mesh? Safari the Goat A. So I was thinking, honestly, like, I'm not even kidding, dead center B. Because it's one of the most memed on skins. High float skins like the one Vern has look hilarious. They're 10 to 20 cents. 10 to 20 cents. They're so cheap. Like, that gets taken into account. They're so fucking cheap. 10 to 20 cents, and you can get like a kind of cool looking skin. It's not S tier, but what other 20-cent skin are you gonna put B tier or higher? Like, you're not. Like, it doesn't, like, you know what I mean? All right, Slate. Slate's gonna go. Put Slate high B for now. It might go to A, just because it's just a clean jet black. Oh, AK. It just looks clean, looks good. It's great for stickers. It's a budget red line. Entry level is $3. It's not terrible. Now we have the Steel Delta. The Steel Delta, I'm going to put it probably with the Cartel. I think these two are basically interchangeable. I think maybe Cartel's a little bit nicer, but I think these two are basically interchangeable. Empress. I like the Empress. I'm not really sure where I want to put it, though. Maybe end of A? Similar to the Legion of Anubis, it doesn't really match with a whole lot of things other than gold, but I feel like that's probably where it's going to hang out. All right, next we have, honestly, a low-key personal favorite of mine. I'm not even kidding. This is fucking stupid, but the Outsiders, I'm going to put in, like, high A tier. It might even get moved to S tier. I know everybody else is going to think I'm crazy for that, but every time I look at that, I just picture, like, Miss Frizzle and the Magic School Bus turning into an AK and fighting against the powers that be in the rightful revolution and shit.
Cruising on down Main Street, you're relaxed and feeling good.
And it's just like, I can't get that thought out of my head, and I have like, I just think there's gonna be funny crafts for it. I like it. I feel like I'm shooting people with the Magic School Bus when I use it. I love it. It's like Miss Frizzle says, "Fuck you." Uncharted, I mean, they're so cheap, but it's just a mediocre. It's such a mediocre skin. It's such a mediocre skin. It's just no. Actually, nah. This is gonna go with lamb shits only because it's literally shit. It's actual shit. It's actual shit. Get it? You're right. It probably more so belongs in like low D, but it's actual shit. So it's gonna go in the actually it's gonna go here. The lamb shits safety net. I mean, no one's gonna disagree with me on this one. But boom, the classic. It fits. It matches almost anything. Beautiful with every blue sticker. Beautiful with gold stickers. Beautiful with anything. Clean by itself. Wear looks great on either. It's so, and it's got a history to it. Oh, I love that. I just love the Vulcan. Wasteland Rebel. I don't quite get the appeal to the Wasteland Rebel. I think it's really expensive for like just very mediocre, like weird paint job. I know some people think it's clean, but I don't know. I just don't really care for it. All right, so now we have the last two, and I'm sure you're going to be surprised, although they might get moved around a little bit. They're both going to go S tier. However, the Wild Lotus is going to be last in S tier because although it is absolutely the most beautiful skin in the entirety of the game for AKs, and it's not even close, it's also 30 grand. Or 10 grand or whatever the fuck it is. It's also unbelievably expensive. The 30 grand one might be the one with the Rebels stickers on it. But it's the best skin in the game. It's the best AK skin in the game. There might be some better ops skin. It's the best AK skin in the entire game, but it's the most expensive AK skin in the entire game. So I have a hard time putting it in like the absolute front. I really do. But it's fine. All right, so does anybody have any changes they want to make? The first one I immediately want to make at the end of this is I think this is going to go here because I agree. Going off the tiers, they're already Serpent, Vulcan, Hydro, Lotus, Case Hardened, X-Ray. Okay, I see that. I might have to... I'm going to have to do that. Yeah. I think the X-Ray is a little bit better than the Case Hardened only because the Case Hardened is so pattern focused, right? Like if you have the Scar with the Titan Hollow, it's S plus 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 plus. If you have a shitty, like not even truly gold gem, it can look really bad and it's still $500, $400 to get like a decent float. I need to put Ice Cold in S tier. I think I need to. I think it's too clean. It's too clean for like what, $10? What's the price again? I'm looking at it. Hold on. Factory new for $12. It's a budget Vulcan. It works almost as well with just about. I think it's awesome. I think I have to put it at the end of S tier. I think it's gonna be the last of the S tiers. It might be. In my opinion, it might be the best budget skin in the entire game. I think the elite build moves up based on price. I definitely think the elite build moves up a bit based on price. Would you guys agree? Maybe I'm partial to it, like I said, because I've had an elite build, and I really like my elite build. Bloodsport A, Asimov B. I'll do Asimov B. I'm going to pull this and this down here. Honestly, I think the green laminate's only slightly better than the lamb shits. So we're all right, if the entire chat, all 7,000 of you guys for the YouTube viewers, that's how many people are in my chat right now. We'll put this... We'll put it right in front of Panthera Onco because I do agree. I think it could be like if it was exclusively my opinion, it would probably be number 1B or number 2, like the last one an A, and you guys are pushing for it to go A, so I'll move it up a little bit. I think for its price, I think it's a little bit better there. Red is a nice. It's orange. Yeah, I could definitely see that. That's like, this is not red. Well, I mean, it's actually kind of in between. Is it red? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just dumb. What do we got? I think B. Do we think B is still pretty good here? I actually might want to move one or two things around in here. Feel like that goes in front of the red line just based on pricing. I think just based on the pricing. Do you guys agree? Disagree? What do you think? I feel like that's just slightly better just based off of the pricing. I'm looking. Yeah, it's so much cheaper for like a kind of nice little budget red skin. I don't know, man. That doesn't look crazy red to me, but whatever. 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 Any other changes? The Arabesque moved higher up in A. I think the only thing I could justify moving it in front of would be the Aquamarine because of the price gap. I don't think I could justify moving it much further up. What's the price gap between these two? Let me take a look. Hold on. Fuel injector, where are you? Gold Arabesque, dummy expensive. Fuel injector is, yeah, see, fuel injector is so much cheaper. Fuel injector is so much cheaper, actually. I'm going to put it in front of Legion of Anubis. It's just so much cheaper. I have errors over fuel injector. See, I think like I'm keeping pricing in mind here, and a factory new fuel injector is $550. How much is a factory new gold arabesque? How much is a factory new gold arabesque? Yeah, I'll put that there. I can go with that. I'll definitely put it further forward in front of those, but I'm sorry. Like, I think for skins that are so similar, can get as low as 2,600 factory new. Yeah, see, that's so expensive comparatively. I think just because of that, because the price differences are so crazy, I feel like the fuel injector just edges it out a little bit. I feel like we're in a good spot here. Do we agree? I think that'll do it, chat. This has been my AK tier list. I'm gonna do one of these every year and take a look at what what the old one was and added skins and see and just kind of compare them every year. I think it'll be fun. I'm also gonna do an op skin tier list soon. We're gonna do all the main guns: M4, A1S, A4, all that fun stuff.